Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jenna and I like knitting. I haven't got to go live in a little while. I'll explain why, but I'm glad I was able to sneak on here today. I feel like I'm going to be on here for a good bit just because I really want to be out of this stage of my project today. So I have so much to do today, but I want to be able to travel with this project this week and not have to have my laptop or anything. So I need to be out of this stage. Um, what I am making is, I'm all scrunched up right now because I'm kind of close to being, not really, but I'm kind of close to being out of the raglan and into dividing for the sleeves. But I have my laptop off to the side. But in that same breath, I'm not. I have a lot of stitches on here right now and it's getting very bunched, as you can see. But I'm using this yarn. It's very beautiful. It's 100% alpaca. It's this nice charcoal with some lavender. It's very pretty. My mom got this. Oh my gosh, what's happening? Oh, I forgot. When I cast on, my tail was like crazy long and I thought I just like ripped this huge chunk out of this, but no, it was just extra. I can't remember what this kit is called. Sierra, maybe. Let's see. Sierra knitting kit. Is it that one? Sierra yarns. I think it's Sierra yarns. Yeah, Sierra yarns. So let me look up. This one is the Andine Spirit is what this one is called, and it is in the lavender and charcoal. I want to say it is 100%. No, 60% baby alpaca, 40% Peruvian and Pima cotton. So this is really nice. That does make sense that there's cotton mixed in because I feel like there's a lot more structure in this compared to the 100% baby alpaca that I had before. Each hank comes with 218 yards, so it's a little over 3.5 ounces of worsted weight yarn. So it's a really nice thickness. Hi, good morning. It's a really nice thickness, which I think is going to be great for what I'm currently working on. I didn't knit the pattern or anything. Hi, good morning. How did you get 50 subscribers? When? Like, it just in general? Oh, I've had this channel for a few years. I'm actually going really slow on subscribers on this channel. But I go live a good bit and I just post my knitting content. But I've had this channel for quite a few years. I'm actually going really slow on gaining subscribers. With this yarn, it came with a pattern and everything. It's a whole kit you can buy. But this is one I talked about it in a previous video, and it has like it's called Cloud Touch technology, where while they are winding the yarn, they are like blowing air into the threads, so it's extra soft. And so I am making, of course, the October sweater, but I'm making it 2 sizes. Thank you so much. I'm making it 2 sizes bigger than the previous one that I made because I feel like this is going to be like the most delicious sweatshirt. I want it to be a big, like, engulfing sweatshirt. I think it's going to be cute. And it's knitting up really fun. I'll show you guys, like, it's knitting up really fun, I think. How much what? How much of what? And if you did subscribe, thank you. I appreciate the support. I am about, I think, like, oh, let me get back to this. Back to my pattern. I need to do that 4 times. So I'm like 15 rounds away from being in the sleeves. And that's the goal for today, is to get through that during my live. I always end up getting so much done when I go live. And so that's my goal today, is to try and get this chunk done. But if you are working on a project and you're curious about my pattern, the October sweater is a free pattern from Originally Lovely. I have knit that pattern before. It's a really nice construction, and I've knit it in different sizes, And yeah, I really like the way she works it flat first, and then you join in the round. You pick up stitches for the collar later. It's just really, really nice. So now I am reading my pattern. Let's see. Right and then left. Okay, cool. What are you guys up to today? I'll be on here for a while working on this. So if you feel like keeping me company and chatting, that'd be awesome. If not, I'll just be sitting here knitting. I've been up for what feels like a million hours. I'm in the middle of moving, and so I'm just kind of taking a break from going through things, and I'm not packing quite yet, but I'm just trying to like prep the rooms for moving. This is technically, well, next weekend is my last weekend in the apartment, which is very, very exciting. What am I doing? Right and then left. I feel like I'm gonna say that 100 times. So right now I am doing a 4-row repeat 4 times. So I've already, this is the 4th row of the 4-row repeat. I just started that yesterday. I went knitting at a coffee shop for like 2 hours. Was able to get a lot done. I did cast this on 2 days ago. So to be almost out of the raglan is really, really nice. Because even though you don't do the collar until later, the raglans here are kind of exhausting because you start off doing them. There's no like gradual thing to it by like doing the collar first and then working raglan. You're just going straight into raglan. So it is a little bit boring at the beginning of this pattern. What did I just do? Let me see. Did I do the right one? Yes. One thing I do, I always get a lot done when I go live, but I also always have to make sure I'm doing the right thing because I get so distracted. But if you guys are up to anything exciting today, let me know. I will not be leaving the apartment much today just because I have a lot of things to go through. I have a lot of donation bags and stuff like that to get rid of today. Just kind of prepping the house to pack up and move next weekend, which is really awesome. So this might be the last live that I do for a little bit just because I'll have to set up everything at my new house. Hopefully that won't take too long for them to do, but the next weekend that I have free is the weekend that I am moving. So I probably won't be going live that weekend unless I'm like completely done with everything, which would be ideal. And I can't remember if I've gone live since I started my new job either. I feel like it's been a little bit. It's been crazy. I'm like living in between 2 different places right now too. And so it's been a little disorienting. I'm not gonna lie. It's been really hard to knit too, which is why I'm trying so hard to get a lot done this weekend so that I'm just in the body and in the easy parts of this project, and it won't be something I really need to like look at a recipe for, if that makes sense. There's been so much going on. Look at that. Look at that red. That looks so nice. Can you guys see that? It's like super bright in here too. But yeah, my raglans look sharp. I love when my increases look nice. It's when I divide for the sleeves when I start to get messy. But that's okay. It's on accident. Now I learned why it always gets a little messed up when I divide for the sleeves. So hopefully I won't be making that error anymore. But the construction of this sweater is different than a lot of the other ones that I've done. Hi, good morning. How are you doing today? Having like the most insane hair day. It just wants to be big and fuzzy, and it's just so humid. And I tried putting it up and it was just this big puff It's so humid out. I feel like it's gonna end up just absolutely dumping later. It's so weird outside. Let's see, I need to do it right. Hi, nice to meet you, Max. My name's Jenna. Let's see. Come here. 1, 2. Oh, actually, I need to do 5 rounds of it because this is 4 more times, so this first round of it doesn't really count. Okay. I'm glad I just reread that because this is going to take me longer to do. But it's doing, so it's knitting a whole round, doing 4 increases, knitting a whole round, doing 8 increases. And that's what the pattern is calling for, and I need to do that 5 times. So I actually have 19 rounds left to go, which is actually, saying it out loud, not that many more than what I already had because I thought I had 16 left. So it's not the end of the world. But when it takes me like more than 5 minutes per round because there's so many stitches, it does add a lot of time. Yeah, so I was trying to think of like what's been going on. I started a new job, so no longer a preschool teacher, which has been a very difficult transition for me. I went back into my old field of dental, so I work in dental, and I worked in dental for quite a while before I had my kids. And so I went back there. The people I work for are really nice, so that's comforting. But there's no like heart fulfillment from this job, so that's kind of a struggle for me because I'm used to working with 4 and 5-year-olds. Hi, Nancy. I finally see you on here. Oh my goodness. It has been a while, my friend. But since starting the new job, I'm doing that full time now instead of doing part-time teaching. And so I can't do that long of a commute with my kids. And so I'm staying half of the week in my place and then half of the week at my mom's place until I can fully move out of here and move into my new house. And so it's like there's been so much back and forth. But the weeks are the days that I get off late, we just crash at my mom's, and the days that I'm off early, we drive an hour back to this apartment. And so it's going to be so nice in less than 2 weeks when we live out there and we could just go home after work. I'm really, really excited to just be able to go home. But yes, I am buying my own home, which is a really big deal. Buying it by myself is a very big deal after a very crazy, emotionally draining year. I know my lives have been kind of odd, not necessarily odd times, but they've been on, it's like every other Sunday I'm able to go live. And so I've been trying to stick to that as best as I can. And then it's usually like mid-morning when I'm able to sneak on here after I'm done doing the chores and such. But this time I'm kind of procrastinating. I need to be packing and like prepping my apartment, but I want to do this instead. Oh, those are cute emojis. I don't have those ones. Those are cute. Yeah, I should be being more productive, but I also need to do my like mental checks, you know, like I want to be able to knit this week because I won't be back to my apartment until Saturday. This is my last day in the apartment this week. And so I want to get to a spot where I'm able to knit without looking at a pattern while I'm crashing over there. Um, and so I want to try to be in the sleeves today, and I've got I've gotten a lot done this weekend. Gotten a lot done. So I'm hoping that during this live I can get at least close. At least by tonight, I want to be in the sleeves, because I know I'll also like I'll take breaks, like even when I get off of this live, like I'll take breaks and I'll keep knitting. So I really want that to be my goal today, is to divide for the sleeves so that I can just kind of coast this week and knit when my kids go to bed. But it'll also be nice when we move, because I'll be able to go live during the week. And yeah, I'm really excited. This is the October sweater by Originally Lovely. I have knit this sweater in the past using Rowan tweed, and then I also knit this sweater for my mom for Christmas. And so I'm knitting it 2 sizes bigger than what I would wear, because the yarn that I'm using is so soft. I want it to be like a huge sweatshirt. And so yeah, this is my 3rd time doing this yarn, or this pattern, but this is the yarn I'm using. It's part of a kit that my mom bought. I think I looked at, yeah, what was it? Sierra yarn. They do knitting kits, and I'm finally using it. My mom bought a bajillion hanks. So I was like, well, let me use as much of this yarn as possible by making a massive sweatshirt for myself. And it's going to be super soft and cozy. And it's knitting up kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. Not really like my style necessarily, but it is really, it's very pretty. It's very nice to work with. It's an alpaca Pima cotton blend. So it's very nice. I need to do it right. Are you working on anything right now, Nancy? Yeah, it's a really fun pattern to do, and it's just like the fit of it is so nice. And so I'm like, this is kind of a foolproof sweatshirt pattern that I know. And you know, especially using a nicer yarn, I don't want to experiment with a pattern that, you know, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I know that this pattern is going to be nice, you know? I already know I like the feel of it and the construction, and there's no like surprises. Hopefully that makes sense. You've done the October sweater before? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I took a little break too because my hands were just hurting really bad. I was having like really bad flare-ups. And so I'm like trying to kind of like force myself back into it a little bit and try not to go as like hard as I was for period. But I stopped for a little while. But I have this sweater on, and then I have the Key sweater by Petite Knit on another set of needles in my car, but I ran out of yarn for that, and I've been much too lazy to go. I could just order the yarn online, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna sit on that one. That one has like, it's like 60 rounds of raglan increases, and it had German short rows and like all this stuff, and it was just kind of like mentally exhausting. And so I'm just letting that one sit in my car right now until I feel motivated to deal with it. How's your farm doing? I'm sure it's beautiful up there right now. Yeah, 3 is just in there. Okay. I keep forgetting my mic in the car too, so hopefully the sound's okay. Because I was going to start knitting on my lunch breaks at my new job, because I was technically supposed to get an hour of a lunch break each day, but that has turned into getting maybe like 20 minutes of a lunch break every day. So I was trying to like set it up to where I'm able to have my project and my camera and everything and be able to do like daily updates of my projects. But yeah, that hasn't really, I haven't really gotten much of a lunch break since like my first day. I think I got a full hour, and then we're on like week, what are we? I started June 1st, so 21 days later, I think the most I've gotten is maybe 30 minutes. So not really enough time for me to set up and knit much. I can knit like 2 rounds after I eat my lunch. I guess that's progress. I also keep thinking too, I've got a lot of thoughts right now. There's a lot of like moving parts literally in life. But I have my kids at the apartment this coming weekend, and I'm like, should I even bother starting to pack when they're gonna be here? Or should I just wait until they're like with their dad, which is the weekend that I'm moving, is when they're with their dad. So I'm like, should I just wait until they're with their dad and like just get here super early that morning so that I can like start packing things up? I have this apartment until September, so there's really no like rush necessarily, but I'm also like, I also just want to get out of here. I don't want to have to come back to this town or anything for a really long time. So I kind of want to get it all done as soon as possible. So I'm like, do I just wait? Because I feel like my kids are going to want to play with their toys. Obviously, I can't pack up the kitchen because I have to feed everybody. You know, like I can't pick up their clothes yet. I can't do all that stuff because they're going to be here for 3 days. I'm like, should I just wait? I feel like I should just wait. I do have like 4 bags of stuff by the door to go donate today though. So I did go through a lot of things. But I feel like as far as like packing goes, I feel like it's kind of pointless right now. I feel like it's too soon to pack. But this is my last weekend without my kids before we move. So I'm like, I feel like I should be doing more than I am, I guess. But it also feels too early. So I get a U-Haul on the 5th, and I close on my house the very beginning of July. So, but I'll be doing car trips, doing a move like that. Loading up, me and my girlfriend are gonna load up a car, her car and my car, with as much as we can and just take trips. You would wait? I feel like I should wait too. It feels too soon, and I don't want to pack everything up and then have them be like wanting their things while they're here. You know, I feel like I I should wait too. I feel like decluttering is a good move. But as far as like packing up stuff, I feel like that's not, I don't know, I feel like that's not the right thing to do right now. Also considering like my ex-husband is moving out of our house this weekend, so the kids are already kind of like overwhelmed with that. I would hate for them to come back here and everything be like boxed up. I'd rather just kind of do it in secret when they're not here, and then they never have to come back here after next weekend. They make it sound like this place is terrible. I have an amazing apartment and my town's all right, but I would very much like to be out of here, back where I was living before. Sorry, getting text messages from my brother telling him happy Father's Day. Yeah, I went knitting out in the town that I'm moving back to. I went out there for a couple hours yesterday. It was so nice. It was so weird. Like, I'll go and I'll sit in a coffee shop for like 8 hours. I'm that person where I'll just go post up. I think I've shared that before. I'll go sit on a porch for like literally 8 hours and just knit my little heart out. But yesterday, the place I went, they closed at 2. And so I got there at like 12. And I was the only person in there. It was so bizarre. I was like, I thought this spot would be like, it's Saturday and it's tourist season. Like, you know, we're a huge tourist area. And I was like, it's tourist season. Where is everybody? Like, it wasn't a good beach day. It looked awful outside. And I was like, dang, I knew it. My plan was originally to go to Savannah yesterday and do the same thing, just kind of like post up and knit for a couple hours. And I chickened out and I went somewhere else, and I was like, maybe this isn't the spot. Because I like being social when I go out and I knit. I always meet the nicest people when I do it out here. Is Jack gardening these days? Nancy, I am so excited to be back in a place that I own, okay? Simply because gardening has been so sad. I'm in an apartment. I have this little back porch. We're growing cucamelons right now, which are very interesting. I haven't tasted one yet. None of them have like formed yet. It's still just a little baby vine. But Jack, his green thumb is just dying to get back in the dirt, to the point where for Christmas, I literally, because I don't have a yard or anything, I got him like a big container just full of dirt, and got him like little mini construction things and stuff like that, just so he can keep his hands in the dirt and Olivia can get used to being in the dirt. He is so excited for our garden to start. And so we're moving in July, which means that we can start pumpkins soon. We can start like garlic, and we can start like all of the fall things can start being, he's so excited. And I'm so excited because I miss it so much. I've been buying a lot of things locally and canning a lot this summer, like going to the U-Picks and canning, and going to the farmers markets and like canning peaches, since it's peachy. Like, I'm still doing my thing, but it's so sad when it's not coming from your own garden. And I know that the garden at the old house, really bad cuts, they didn't grow anything at the old house this year. So he's very excited to get back into it. And Olivia has never been in that life. So I'm excited for her to start picking things literally off the vine. And Jack told me, he was like, I asked him, what's the first thing that we're going to buy, like for our garden when we move in? And he just goes, so many blueberry bushes. I was like, yes. So now, like, in my mind, like, are we going to have just this wall of blueberry bushes? I hope so. But yeah, no, we're not gardening too much. We have like some herbs and we have a little cucamelon vine, but I know that was like a really long answer, but he's so excited to get back in the garden, and so am I. Because that's just like, I feel like half of my personality has been missing since I moved into this little shell of a place. But where I'm moving, it's going to be very cute. It's a little like cottagey style house, and it's got a nice yard, and um, it's got a like a little man-made lake in the back, which is cute. So I gotta get it fenced in because we have a lot of deer, and kind of get the place protected from the deer before I really start planting stuff. But I'm really excited to get that started, and I think it'll be the perfect timing to like, it'll be fun to like grow our own pumpkins this year. It's going to be really good. I'm feeling very positive about the move and how things are shifting. It'll be nice and positive. And it'll create kind of like some normalcy, I think, too. You know, right now we're hopping around so much. It'll be nice for them to both feel like, oh, this is our place, you know? I'm excited for that. I'm excited for that for me, too. Regulate our systems a little bit. I really want to grow rhubarb. That's something I've been really thinking about, especially since it comes back every year. I really want to get some rhubarb in the dirt. I miss baking too. Like, it's been really hard with the commute to actually have time to bake stuff. Even when I was teaching, it was really hard. I got off earlier, but it was just hard to find the motivation when you work for most of the day. I go pick up the kids and then drive sometimes over an hour to get back home. It was really hard to like find that desire to be creative. And I'm excited to get off work, even though it will be later, but like get off work and only have to drive 5 minutes up the road. That's gonna be crazy. Because that's literally how long it takes for me to get from the house to my job. 5 minutes. And the kids' school is literally across the street from my neighborhood. My mom is 5 minutes up the road. Like, everything is just so close by. It's going to be nice to feel like I can live life a little bit instead of trying to like jam pack everything into a Saturday when I don't have the kids. It'll be nice to actually be able to live my life with the kids and not feel like so all the time. I'm adjusting to single mom life finally, I think. It took a while, but I think I'm getting it now. This is my knit row. And then my next row is the one that's weird. Let's see. I'm not sure why she does this in the pattern, and I always forget that she does this, but when I get to this part of her recipe, it's like, you know, I said earlier, like, you knit one row and then you do 4 increases, and then you knit one row and you do 8 increases. I don't know what the point is of the 4 increases, like rotating back and forth, alternating. I don't know what that does to the pattern. Does anybody know? Anybody who watches this, do they know what that does to the pattern? Or the fit of it, alternating that way? But it's funny, this pattern is kind of like weird to find, because when you Google it, one from Petite Knit, I think. One from some other very popular like creator comes up instead of Originally Lovely's. And then if you go to her website and type it in, you get like this weird error message, or at least I was getting that. I have to go through Pinterest to find this recipe, and I think that's so odd. So if you're having a hard time finding it, if you do choose to make it, I don't know why, but when I look this up, I can't find this on her website. I have to go through the Pinterest link, and I think that's so strange. But I just need to print it out so that I have it, because this is my third time making it. Obviously I'm a fan of the pattern. And I would make it again too. I've been thinking about making the berry tea again as well, just in a different type of yarn. The berry tea was really nice, and that was a free pattern. Mark it down that this one is complete. See, like, how long have I been on here? Almost 40 minutes. It takes me a really long time to get through each row. I've only done 2 rounds. It's because there's like 200 stitches on here. But I do need to figure out a way to where I'll be able to share some more content, because I am kind of like prepping things. So like I'm making this one right now for winter. I've got the key sweater going. I've got a couple of baby knits that I need to get going, and then like toddler knits. My daughter starts preschool in the fall. How did that happen? She starts out in the fall, so I want to make her some cute sweaters. My son will, unfortunately, the county I live in, I don't know if this is everywhere, but it wasn't like this when I was a kid. It's a uniform at the public schools here. So, but I want to make him a sweater too, because they're due for our family photos and whatnot. Hi, it's good to see you too. I know it's been a minute since I've been able to come on. It's been crazy over here, but I'm sneaking on today for a little bit, try to get some of this stuff done. Hopefully you're doing all right today. But yeah, I have some baby knits to do with my girlfriend. She's due in October, which that won't take me long to make, but still, like, just little projects to do. Maybe I will go to Savannah at some point soon in the next couple weeks, because I do need more yarn, and it might just be nice to switch up where I'm. There's lots of parks and stuff in Savannah too. It's really pretty. It's just so far from me right now, so that's why I don't go there. But now that I'm thinking about it, I could make it like a yarn adventure too. Have I seen the cupcake sweater? No, but I can look it up right now. Let me see. Oops. Is it a free pattern? Cupcake sweater by who? Jenna Knits. Oh my god. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Hold on. Hold on. That is so cool. It has been a minute since I've done any lace work. $9 for the pattern. Let me see. 20 sizes from you. Oh, so I could have one for me too? That is so cute. I've never done scallop before, but I've always loved the way that looks. That would be a good little intro to me learning how to scallop properly. That's so cute. And I'll just show you guys. Let me see if my camera quality will be decent enough. That white that has like the little flecks in it, I have a yarn very, very similar to that already that I could hold double, and that would be so cute. My girlfriend Amber would love that. She's having a little girl, and she already has a little, so her and I have been pregnant at the same time. So her son is 3 months younger than Jack, and her daughter is 2 months older, 2 months older than Olivia. So we've always been pregnant together. But now she's having another little baby girl, and I'm gonna save that one because I love that, and I want one for me. Make a little purple one for Liv. Oh my god. Have you made it, Nancy? Or did you just find it? I don't need that. I need that. 2 days. I started this one 2 days ago. It looks a mess right now because I haven't divided for sleeves, but I've gotten a lot done in 2 days. That's antsy hands. So I've gotten a good bit done, which is nice. I think I started it Friday night, Friday afternoon. Friday after work. So Friday afternoon. I was watching this really nice TikTok live and was like, wow, this is like really nice knitting music. And then it was like 2 hours later, I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this thing. And now I'm invested into trying to get a lot of this done today. Make one right. No, that's wrong. No, it's not. Hold on. Make one right. This is the one that's weird. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that one with me because I've never seen that pattern before. I haven't done lace work in so long. Like I haven't needed to do a yarn over in a long time. I feel like that one's gonna be so nice to work up. Like you'll feel like accomplished when you're done because there's like just enough detail to make it count. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll share it when I'm done. I'm gonna be so this is gonna be my last live for a little bit because I'm moving, and so the next weekend, so like I'm live this weekend, so I won't go next weekend, but the next weekend that I could go live, I'm moving that weekend, so I don't think I'll have internet, but if I have internet, I'll be going live. But I'm hoping to be well into the sleeves by then, but I'll absolutely share it when it's done. It's gonna be really nice. It's just gonna be a big, super squishy sweatshirt. Gosh, this humidity is just doing things to my hair. Knit to the marker, make one right. Okay. Okay. This is the one that's weird. And then set the marker, knit 3. I keep looking at the wrong one is my problem right now. I need to highlight it. I'm gonna mess up. Going right, knit 3, slip marker, knit to the next marker. This is the one where I'm on the 4 increases. But yeah, I've just been kind of hanging out this weekend. My son just got a belt promotion in jiu-jitsu, so yesterday he got to show off his new belt, and then I went knitting for a while. I came back here. I started a new book last night that was really good. I ended up, so I wake up at like 5 o'clock. I'm a morning person. I am not a night person. I woke up at like 5 o'clock this morning, and I was like, oh, let me pick up my book again and just like have my coffee and blah, blah, blah. And then I looked up and I was like, oh my God, it's 8 o'clock. Let me start doing something with my day. Oh my gosh. Like I completely got slipped into the book. I think I'm a good chunk of the way through. What page am I on now? I'm on chapter 15. So that's nice. I've been dragging booty with the book I'm reading right now. I've been reading it for like 8 months. It's so slow and it's so boring. And so I was like, well, let me pick up something new just to like palate cleanse and whatever. And this one's very good. But I spoke to a girlfriend last night who had read it, and she's been reading the second book in this series for like weeks, and she's like, I can't get through it. Like, that's such a bummer because this one is so good. Like, now I already know that the second one sucks. That's unfortunate. It's a bummer to like go into it already kind of feeling that way, but it's okay. But the one that I'm like holding on to is like book 10 in this series, and the series I like digested. It was so good, and it's still just sitting on my floor. Like, I don't even want to look at it. Slip marker, knit next marker, slip marker, knit 3, make one less. So this is slip marker, knit 3, make one left. Left is pull from the front. In my mind, I really, really want to cast on those little cherry tomato socks pattern that I bought from Rowan. But every time I like get antsy for a pattern, I never grab my DPNs to start that. I feel like I could fly through a sock, and for some reason I'm just being so forgetful about it. But those would be so cute to make. They have them as like little shorties, but I would make them, I think, really long and comfy. I haven't knit a sock in like 3 years now, other than like slippers. Slippers don't count. I want like actual socks. My son wants me to make him socks too, but he can't be trusted yet. That boy's got the zoomies too hard. He would bust his butt if I made him a pair of socks. He's still in that like phase of toddler where he's just sprinting everywhere he goes. He's a race car, you know? So if I put some real socks on that boy that didn't have grippies, we'd be in trouble. It was great to see you too, Nancy. Thank you so much for finding me today. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Good luck with your shawl too. Keep second guessing how many times I'm supposed to do this, but I feel like it is right. This is the first time I've knit outside of my size, and so I keep gravitating towards like, I keep gravitating towards like where I usually am in the brackets, but I'm knitting this 2 sizes bigger than I typically knit. So I'm like, my eyes keep just like floating back and forth. Like, oh, I'm supposed to do it this, no, but I'm supposed to do it this many times. I'm not knitting my size. And I'm doing that on purpose. I also have a ton of this yarn, and I feel like if I make a nice big comfy sweatshirt, it will use up a good bit of this yarn. Pull from the back to make right. Camel. That's the only part of this yarn that has been tricky. It hasn't split at all, which is really nice considering how soft it is. And that like cloud technology kind of like made me a little nervous because it is so soft. But it hasn't split at all except for when I do my make one rights and I have to like go between the stitch. That's the only time where I'm like, I want to make sure I get the whole the whole line of yarn. It's the only time where I have to like be a little bit more ginger with where I'm like poking it. But yeah, I just really want to get through this chunk today so that this week I can try really hard to get the body done. I do already have, I think I have like maybe 6 hanks, I think is what so my mom bought this kit and then she got frustrated when she was learning how to knit and ended up buying like additional yarn for the pattern. She bought a shit ton. She bought so much. And it is $37 a hank. Okay. But she didn't think she was going to have enough and all this stuff. And then she was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And she gave it all to me. So I have so much of this very like beautiful, beautiful yarn. But I think I already have like I think I have like 3 of them that I caked up. So that's pretty promising. And then I can always make like a fun beanie or something with it afterwards. I should have been paying attention though, because I think I'm gonna make one left now. I need to talk when I'm in a knit row, not in an increase round. Yeah, I'm in a left, okay. But yeah, I think I'm gonna work on this today, and then I think I'm gonna bake a little bit. We'll be out at my mom's tomorrow, but it might be nice to kind of like have, I don't know, I could always put it in the freezer here too, for when we're back in the apartment. The sky's finally coming out. It's not like dark anymore, it's actually brightening up finally. That makes me want to go somewhere and knit. I like going places and knitting. When I was watching that live the other day on Friday, I was watching, so it's the Gray Font Theory. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a musician out in LA, really beautiful music, and very, very, very nice guy. And he asked like what everybody was doing, and I was like, I market and then I go and I knit somewhere. And he was like, oh my gosh, you go and you knit like out in the wilds. Yes, I knit everywhere, dude. Like, I love knitting places. I feel like it's a fun conversation starter for people too, because you don't see people knitting in the wilds, like ever. I've never seen anybody knitting in the wilds, and I do it all the time. And I live in a retirement tourist area. Nobody. He's like, that's crazy. Like, you do that outside? Absolutely. It's one of my favorite things to do. Oh my goodness. This is taking me a really long time. It's been almost an hour. And I've only got through 4 rounds. That's not good. I do think once I move on, it'll be easier for me to actually film like and edit content too. Because right now it's just hard to do that like in this space too. Like there's nowhere to put like anything unless I was gonna like sticky mount things to the walls for a camera, So I'm excited to be back in a space that has a little bit more dimension, is a little bit more user friendly as far as filming goes, because when I was in my other house, like I was constantly filming content, and so it'll be nice to get back into doing that again, because right now this is why I go live so much, is because it's just an easy way for me to get content on. But I also like the real-time like knitting videos. So you can actually like, see what I'm doing and like the creative process, if that's what you could even really call it. I mean, it's not really a creative process that I'm following someone else's pattern, in my opinion, but that's just me. Let's see, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 14 more rounds. Okay. Time's at 11. It's 11:30. Oh my god. I'll probably stay on here for like another hour, and then I'll go be productive, and then I will probably not come back on, but I'll just continue knitting, and then I will post progress because I don't know, it depends how I feel tonight. I might come back on. I say that every time, like I might come back on later today, but I feel like I can get a good bit done in the next hour. Yeah, I feel like I'll be able to hopefully I can get a good bit done in the next hour. Because if I can at least get 8, that still leaves me with 12 rounds, but it's okay. But I would like to start doing some more edited content once I'm moved and situated. Hopefully that weekend I can get literally everything done. That would be so exciting. Just pack up everything and go. That's how I moved last time too. I had a pretty good little like tribe load up their cars and move. And then my girlfriend stayed with me for that entire weekend. She went home, but like she came back every day to help hang pictures and put furniture together and all that stuff. Luckily, I won't have to do that this time, but her husband works for UPS. And so I was like, can he load up all my furniture with a buddy? And she was like, absolutely. So her husband is going to load up all the furniture with his buddy into a U-Haul, and they'll get that done so fast because they're just used to doing that stuff anyway. My ex-husband's UPS too, which is how we met them. But yeah, so I'll get hooked up that day, which is awesome because movers, it was like, oh my gosh, they wanted like $2,000 for my small apartment. Like, you guys are crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy. And I was also gonna have this company like paint the rooms and stuff because again, like I only have so many hours without my kids. Like I have my kids for 12 days and then my ex-husband has them for 2 days. And so it was like, I only have so many hours to get all the things done. So I was gonna hire somebody to paint the rooms, and this dude was just spamming me. I kept telling him like, I'll reach out to you when I'm ready to schedule, like whatever. And he's like, okay, yeah, sounds good. And then I was at work at my new job, and within 4 hours, he called me 5 times, sent text messages and emails. I was like, buddy, this is not gonna work. Like we've already talked, I've already let you know, and now you are just spamming me. And so now I'm like, well, shit, now I'm gonna have to paint everything myself. So once we're situated in the house, I might just spend an entire day painting, which might be nice. I don't know, but I was like, dang it, I really wanted to like try to be able to hire somebody. But if you're gonna spam my phone like that, like, no, I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, we're not compatible, my friends. I feel like it's very promising. I'm already almost through 2 rounds of this 4-round repeat. And I need 5, but I'll probably end this live like when I'm done with round 3. I feel like that will probably get me to like the hour marker. Also, the live kind of quieted down a lot too. Okay, I have 0 people. I got 1 person. Hi. Just about to say my live quieted down a lot, but that's okay. Either way, I'm just here knitting. It'll be nice when I move too, because I'll be like closer to the beach and closer to the city and closer to the islands. It's like a good middle, like anchoring point. Like in one direction, you can come out to the town I currently live in the other direction, you hit Savannah. In the other direction, you hit Hilton Head. So it's a nice little anchoring point. It'll be nice to be able to like venture out, whereas right now everything's a little bit too far away. But it'll be nice to kind of adventure in Savannah more. It's very artsy down there. So maybe they have like knitting groups and stuff. That would be cool. I didn't think about that. If I could find a little group down there, that would be cool. If there's anybody that's on this channel that lives in Savannah, let me know if you guys have a knitting group. I wouldn't be able to go often, but when I could go, that would be really nice. Mm-hmm. Ugh. I just want to like delete Snapchat from my phone. I get so many like alerts from things and like people that I don't even know. I don't like Snapchat. Snapchat's a sketchy app. I downloaded, this is shameful. Well, never mind. I won't say that. But I don't like Snapchat. And I don't like that that's like the source of communication nowadays instead of just like using a phone number. I get that it can do videos back and forth, but it's also like a very like dishonest app. I don't like it. I've had people use it with evil context, and I don't like it. I don't even remember why I re-downloaded it. Okay, we're almost done with number 5. I'm gonna have to give my hands a break here in a little bit. I don't want to end up in the same pickle I was in the other day where my hands were so swollen. This yarn is very different than the one I was using in that one though. Like, this isn't wool. Wool tends to like really mess with my hands. This is alpaca cotton. So I feel like it'll be a little bit nicer on my hands than the wool and the mohair. Because mohair always tears my hands up. Always, without fail. Every time I've used it, I have not had a nice time. And of course, I'm making this like huge project, and with an already like, I think the wool that I'm using will be nice once it's like blocked and washed, but it's kind of rough to touch. There's not much like flexibility in the yarn at all. And my dumbass paired that with mohair so that my hands could just suffer for a million hours. I don't know why I did that. It's going to be beautiful, but like at a lot of cost. And I'm glad I started it early because then like I can take forever to use it. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm glad you're back. Thank you for coming back to keep me company. I remember a lot of the names that pop on here because I don't have like a lot of people in my chat at one time. So I do remember a lot of the names that pop up. Especially if you've been on here like quite a few times. Like the 2 people from earlier, they've been coming on here for years. I do remember. If you engage in the chat, I do tend to remember your username. We talked about gardening last time. That sounds about right. I don't always remember the conversation, but I do remember the username. I was talking about gardening not that long ago. I had somebody, Nancy, was in the chat earlier asking if I'm growing anything right now. But I'm moving soon, so I'll be able to have my garden up and running in no time. I don't right now because I'm in an apartment. I do have a few things growing on the back porch, but not to any extent. I don't really have a garden at the moment anymore since I had to move, but I'm buying a house, and so in a couple weeks I will have a new garden started. Mm-hmm. Yes, I am 34. 34. I just turned 34. That's a funny thing to remember. Yeah, I'm 34. Turned 34 in March. So I guess I didn't just turn 34. It's been a little bit now. I do remember you. Yes. Because we talked about how much I loved being 16. How that was one of my favorite years. I do remember. You doing all right? You doing summer school? Or are you just kind of chilling for the summer? Yeah, go for it. Make some what? Can you make some what? Can you make some friends in your school or make a girlfriend? You want me to make you something for your friends at school? Or are you going to make something for your friends at school? What would you want me to make? Go girlfriend or something else? It's a good thing or not make a girlfriend? Is it a good thing or not to have a girlfriend in school? Is that your question? It all depends. Like, I don't know. It depends if she motivates you, makes you feel better, distracts you, makes you feel bad. It all depends on your feelings about it. If she makes you feel like you're a better person and it's uplifting to be with her and stuff like that, then yeah, it's okay, I guess. I mean, everybody's different though. Does that make sense? It's okay to have a girlfriend while you're in school, but it also just kind of depends what kind of person she turns you into, what kind of person you turn her into. Like, I don't know if your relationship is a good one or not. It's not a bad thing to have a girlfriend. Like, I know when I was 16, I had a boyfriend in school, and we dated all throughout high school. And he did not make me feel like a better person, so I wish I had done something else with my time. But those are lessons you learn when you're older. When you're like, wow, I could have done so much. But, you know, those are lessons you learn when you're older. I don't know if it really answered your question or not, but like, you know, if she makes you feel like a better person and she's not distracting you from like your goals and dreams in life, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. My younger brother dated a girl in high school who was just jealous. I'll use her as an example. She was just a very jealous girl. And I'm very close with my younger brother. And obviously, we lived in the same house. He was my little brother. But she told my little brother, you need to choose between her or me. And that didn't make anybody feel like a better person. Like, you're tearing family apart and you're crazy. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes people just don't make you a better person, but you don't realize that until later down the road. I'm sorry that she cheated on you. That's never acceptable. I've never been the type of person that can do that to someone, but I have been the person that has had that done to them. So I'm very sorry that happened to you. This won't make you feel better, but that is a very common thing to happen at your age. It just is. Like I said, that person I dated all throughout high school, he did that to me all the time with my friends. He just, you know. But what's funny is that one of the girls he cheated on me with is one of my best friends to this day. Find silver lining in things, I guess. But I am sorry that that happened. That's not fair. Like, I just broke up with my boyfriend because I didn't feel like I was the best version of myself. You know, I was married for 7 years, and then I started dating somebody once my divorce was final, and he didn't make me feel like I was a better person. So I want to feel like the best version of myself, and if you have to do that by yourself, then there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, same. Feel the exact same way, you know? It's hard. So what you need to learn is how to trust yourself and be okay with being with yourself. So yeah, I get that. I understand that. That's a completely normal reaction. But something that we have to learn is that we're okay you know, not being with someone all the time. You know, you got to be okay with your own self first, with your own company first. And then the right person will admire that and keep that motivation going for you to enjoy your own company, you know, instead of taking that away from you. You will, though. You will at some point, you know, you'll find somebody that you can trust again. Just don't jump right into something, because it never works out when you already have, like, I don't know, that perspective, that kind of guard. It's not fair to the next person that you're with to already have that guard, you know, because they didn't do anything to you. Does that make sense? Like, whatever girl you end up kind of like wanting to be with next, it's not her fault that you have that guard. So it's not fair to take that out on her. You know what I mean? That's sick, man. Do you really? For real? That's awesome. But money has nothing to do with your feelings, babe. Money's got nothing to do with it. You making all that money's got nothing to do with you, you know, having trust issues. But you'll work past that. You will. It's in our nature. We can't help it as humans. But you can't blame your next girl for what your last girl did. That's not fair. So that's why you need to take the time. No, it cannot. It never will. It can pretend to fill a void, but it's not going to make you happy at the end of the day. That's awesome. You do that through YouTube? Like through your channel you can do that? You're like monetized on here making that much? Or what do you do? That's awesome. I would love for my channel to get monetized. That would be amazing. I'm working on it, but it's taking a while. Oh, I know. Dude, I pay a lot of bills. I know that making $3 grand a month is nice. What are you doing with that money? Are you saving it? I wasn't even making $3K a month when I was a teacher. Which is so sad. That's why I'm not a teacher anymore. I am going to finish this round and then I'm going to hop off, guys, because it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to give my hands a break, I think, and go be a little bit productive. Maybe I'll go on a walk or go grocery shopping or something. But I'm going to finish this round and then hop off, because then I am on the third round of this 4 repeat. but I have this increase in that, and I'm done with this one. So I've been on here like an hour and a half. Yeah, I was thinking like 2 hours, but I really want to be able to keep knitting later. And I feel like if I knit for another 30 minutes, I feel like my hands are going to be too tired later. So I think I'm going to go, what am I on? My phone left. Go be productive once I'm done with this, productive in a different way. Once I'm done with this one, and then I might come back on later, or I might just post a video showing progress. My goal tonight again is to be able to divide for the sleeves so that I can be in the body this week. My favorite part and least favorite part is dividing for the sleeves, because I always slip stitch. It's so stressful putting it on another wire, but it's my favorite because then it actually starts to look like a sweater. So I'm gonna hop off. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. How many do I have? Got. But I'll keep you all posted on the move when I can go live again. I'm hoping the weekend of 4th of July, I'll be able to go live for a little bit. Will I be your sister? You want to be your sister? Let me answer that question before I hop off. Is that what you're asking me? You want me to be your sister? Am I interested in being your sister? Is that what you're asking me? I can be your like adopted YouTube sister. I can be your adopted, much older YouTube sister. I am so okay with that. I'll go support your channel too, ma'am. I'll go give you a follow. It's true. I'm very loud. I already have 2 brothers. I could have another brother. All right, ma'am. I'll go subscribe to your channel. I'll support you. And yeah, hit me up in the next live, okay? Best of luck with whatever you end up doing the next 2 weeks. Just be productive. All right, man. Have a good one. Bye.